I know that he's calling, but we're not getting it on the board. Okay, Britton, you hearing me?
I'm hearing you, Randy, yes.
All right, we're beginning to hear you. Okay, good morning, and how are you doing?
Good morning to you. I'm doing well, and how are you?
I'm good, very good, very good. Been a hectic week, but I'm doing good.
Yes, well, it's the 26th of November, the last Saturday in November, Randy, so we're making haste to the end of the year. We're making haste towards Christmas, aren't we?
Yes, it is, and it's an important day in the Caribbean. We've lost the revolutionary leader.
Yes, and let me use the opportunity from a view from the outside to wish the people of Cuba well. Fidel Castro has served the region and the wider world well, and he's gone to the great beyond, and the people of Cuba mourn, and let's wish them well at this time.
But there are people who are celebrating because following CNN this morning, the Cuban exiles in Miami, they seem to be having a party.
Well, that is the thing about politics and politicians, Randy. You are like Marmite, as they say. You are either hated or you're loved. And that is what is happening, as you said, by the people in Miami in particular, those who had to run from their country, who were chased out of their country. They are rejoicing. But be that as it may, let us remember him, Fidel Castro, in passing. There are many people who would point to the numerous good that he has done, and therefore people have benefited from his reign. But nonetheless, those who rejoice, they have valid reasons for doing so, no doubt. Randy, at 12:34, 11:34 in London. I'm accustomed saying 12. It's 11:34. We are in the same time period, so to speak. So it's 11:34 in London. Let me say good morning to all of Nice Radio and all of the listeners of Nice Radio, and to all of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and those who are listening elsewhere in the diaspora. The weather in London today is mostly sunny. In fact, it's quite it's a beautiful day outside, and the temperature is quite similar to last week. It's 6 degrees Celsius, which is approximately 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Just before we go into the view, I want to wish those who are contesting or contending the presidency of the New Democratic Party well tomorrow, Dr. Godwin Friday and the Honorable Sinclair Major Leacock. I want to wish them well, both of them, and let us hope the democratic process works, and let us hope that there is unity in the New Democratic Party after that. There has always been unity, but let us hope the unity prevails. So I wish them well. I wish all of the New Democratic Party family well tomorrow at the convention, and hope that things go well. On a view from the outside this week, Randy, we look at the issue of FAIR, F-E-A-R, with the view being that with the upsurge in the number of killings, almost 8 in as many days, and other serious crimes in the country, including shootings, robberies, burglaries, and theft, mainly the produce and animals from farmers, FAIR has taken over the minds of Vincentians, and everyone is concerned about St. Vincent and the Grenadines everywhere. Everyone who is concerned are expressing that concern everywhere. Those who are in the country fear for their own safety and that of their loved ones. Those who are abroad fear for those who are in the country, and they fear too for their own safety if and when they enter the country. The fear is real. Fear does indeed stalk the land and beyond. The Oxford dictionaries define fear as an unpleasant emotion caused by the threat of danger, pain, or harm. It is a feeling of anxiety concerning the outcome of something or the safety of someone. And according to Cambridge Dictionary, fear is an unpleasant emotion or thought that you have when you're frightened or worried by something dangerous, painful, or bad that is happening or might happen. St. Vincent and the Grenadines cannot continue to exist in such atmosphere. Such an atmosphere cripples. People are becoming more suspicious of others. People are becoming less sociable. People are becoming less trusting of the police. They feel that the police can no longer protect them. They feel that the police are trying to hoodwink them by telling them that the place is safe, when the practical evidence tells them that it is not. They wonder why so many crimes go unsolved. They wonder why hardly anyone or no one is prosecuted for laughing. Farmers are crying out for help because their crops and animals are stolen with regularity, and nothing appears to be done. The records show that in November of 2014, the country was reeling from 3 killings in the space of 15 hours. And soon after that, the police made a statement that crime is not alarming in the country. In November 2016, there were 4 killings in one weekend. And soon after that, the police say that it is safe and people have nothing to worry about. The police are not engendering safety in the minds of people. People are afraid. Things continue. They have worsened and they continue to worsen. People have lost all faith in the police, who now have a task on their hands to try to restore any faith which people had in them. People are wondering why they are not being addressed on this issue by those who hold the reins of power. They are wondering why those who hold the reins of power are not robustly providing them with the assurance of safety. They are wondering if these are the same people who promise them that they will be tough on crime and the causes of crime. People are wondering if those who hold the reins of power really understand what the causes of crime are. If they do understand, then maybe, just maybe, there will be attempts at creating employment. If they do understand, then maybe, just maybe, community and sporting facilities will be maintained so that young people have an avenue to keep them occupied even if they are unemployed. If they really do understand, then maybe, just maybe, they will encourage unity among the citizens, and they too will practice unity. They will not say unity and then their every action points towards this unity. Let us remember the words of the author H.G. Wells, who has written prolifically on politics and sociology. He said, "Crime and bad lives are the measure of a state's failure. Those who hold the reins of power need to know that their failures are mounting up at an alarming rate and that people continue to suffer and live in fear." People are wondering if the words of the American historian and political activist Noam Chomsky are at play in St. Vincent and the Grenadines when he said, "The more you increase fear of drugs and crime and welfare, the more you control people. People are lost and are in fear. And if ever they need leadership, it is now. If ever they need to hear from the Minister of National Security, it is now. Those who hold the reins of power need to put measures in place to stem the tide of crime and the fear which pervades the land. The image of the country is being tarnished near and far. From Kingstown at home in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to Berlin in Germany. It is important to put measures in place for the survival of the country. St. Vincent and the Grenadines needs to retrieve its soul. Those in authority need to put measures in place to address and arrest the crime situation. Yes, St. Vincent and the Grenadines needs to regain its soul and its character. Let us remember what the American academic and political scientist James Q. Wilson said. Crime is the price society pays for abandoning character. Until next week, Randy, this is Brayton Horn with a view from the outside, and encouraging our listeners as usual to send feedback to a view from the outside at hotmail.com. That's a view from the outside at hotmail.com.
Brayton, thank you.
You have a pleasant Saturday, have a good weekend, and have a productive week ahead.
Thank you, my man. Thank you.
All the best to you.
People's character. Well, he should be ashamed to open his mouth. He has no character to talk about. Everybody knows that this is the truth. His character is one of disrepute. He's just a
Tune into Nice Radio every Saturday at 7:30 a.m.